The victim walked into his apartment and somebody was in there. And that person he described as a light-skinned black male wearing a gray hoodie, and he had a firearm. There was a little bit of a tussle, the gun went off, but no one was shot, and the perpetrator fled. Before that victim had an opportunity to do any ID procedure with the police, his cousin called him and said, you know, my house was broken into around the same time period in a different area. I have surveillance footage. Let me send you a picture and you tell me whether that's the guy. And the victim looked at the one picture who he now knows, his cousin believes has broken into his home. And of course he said, yeah, that's him. If the police officers said to the victim, look, we know a guy who's been breaking into homes, and here's his one photo, is it the guy? Of course you'd move to suppress it, because that would be incredibly suggestive. Well, it's no different where it's a civilian. That is the prejudice. And then you have the probative value. They both identified a man, Kyle Johnson, but the victim in this case could only describe the person as a light-skinned black male with a gray hoodie, nothing else. And the judge made a finding that Kyle Johnson, even with this vague description, didn't even match it because he was not a light-skinned black male. And both the motion judge as well as the SJC, our highest court, said that that was enough to exclude that ID and any ID that comes after it from trial, because the jury should not be hearing that kind of unreliable evidence.
Subscribe to the NACDL channel.